In the heart of tradition, where flavors intertwine, nourishing. House stands tall, a culinary shrine.
Hello, our beautiful friends. How are you? I hope you are doing fine. And this is Nourishing House. I'm Olive Ladus and
Anthony Onovo.
And thank you and welcome back to our channel. And thank you so much to continue supporting us and also to get updates of our new videos, of course.
Yeah.
And today's video, we want to talk about household couple. Anyway, we will go into it and talk about what is household couples and what are the benefits, and of course, what are the things, challenges that the household couple can have, and even how to tackle them so that you thrive together and live a balanced life. Stay with us.
You know, when we ask about household couples, we have to relate it to also traditional way of living before and innovative lifestyle of modern time.
Yes.
We'll start by asking ourselves, what is the word hustling?
For me, I feel like if I hear the word hustle, I feel that couples are working and they're hustling to bring their life into a dream goal, like to work together and also, of course, like career things and maybe get some money together and then reach to a certain level as a couple.
Of course, the definition of hustle is just anything you are striving vigorously in order to make money, to make an ends meet.
Yeah, but you know, like nowadays, anyway, of course, we as Nourishing House, we always said when tradition meets innovation.
Yeah.
And nowadays there is a lot of innovation, but you know, there are still some couple that are still into like traditions. Maybe some couple thinking like, well, a woman can stay at home and then the man can provide. But for me, on my thinking, I feel that depending on the economy nowadays,
of course,
and we know that women also can, they have power to work and do stuff. So I feel that we can work to level up together. So yeah, that's what I can talk about the hustle couple, because it's no longer only a man that can work, but also a woman can work. But of course, you will tell us your ideas.
Yeah, that's why it's share collective ideas.
Yeah.
There is no perfect way of going around this. Because when you are talking about couples who want to hustle, you know, if they are both of them are hustling,
yeah,
it's a very good idea because they already map out their goals, things, their dreams, things they want to achieve. Now, but my question comes in the aspect of, what if there is also a gap in communication? So
that's where challenges come, huh?
That's why I keep mentioning all the time that effective communication does not stop even in our busy moments, even while we are hustling, just to strive to maintain that goal, to reach that our target. We should never stop communicating to each other.
Anyway, you said something good, because most of the time we get into our work, maybe also coming at home being tired, or maybe you had a rough day and we never communicated. So anyway, I can never know what you are facing if you are not saying it. So, and then you start maybe thinking like, this one didn't even ask me. Why don't you even say? So that's where communication really is the key.
Yeah, now let's relate it to when tradition meets innovation. In the olden time, you see that a man is the one who is providing.
Yeah.
He's called the breadwinner of the family. So sometimes he comes back with the heavy burden after hustling. Maybe he also didn't pay much for him to settle the bills, end of the month allowance, and a lot of things to settle at home.
Yeah.
Now he has his body internalized inside him that he doesn't even want to share with his partner.
Yes.
And then you as the woman is also coming to say, babe, do you get that item I sent to you? Do you buy those things on the way because I need the money? So already it's going to trigger him. That's traditional way. But there is also what we call an innovative way of settling those effective communication, a strategy that might always work.
Yeah.
And one of the best strategy I always recommend is meal sharing. Maybe we're eating food on the table.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, they need to discuss why serving meal. Like, okay, how was your day?
Yes, yes.
Then you see, emotionally, the man comes down to open up. Because, like I said, nobody wants to keep his burden alone. And I could recommend people not to always keep their burden alone. So if such things have to prompt up, and you ask me, how was my day? And the discussion over the meal will make me to communicate more.
But anyway, with this idea is a very good idea, but it made me to think about some videos I've been seeing on the social media, that you see like, okay, if both of us we are working, and for example, let's imagine the environment where all of you are working and then you don't have a maid. Like sometimes in Africa you have a maid and then of course prepare the meal or do other chores in the house. But now all of you are working, and then you go home, of course, and then anyway, it's like, okay, who is going to cook, or who arrived first, or who doesn't do so? How these things has to be tackled as hustle couples?
Yeah, because now both of you are working. That's why I say that they should not forget the fact that they have their dream goal.
Yes,
it's very important. So they really need to tackle and plan a schedule.
Anyway, it's a good thing.
You call it a schedule planning. They really need to have a schedule planning, and also establish boundaries. Because who to cook or who not to cook shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Because if a meal, like I know your schedule, that you are going to work maybe during afternoon to come back late night. So why would I be waiting for you to come back in the middle of the night to serve me food?
Anyway, it's a good thing, really. For example, if you have the main goal, like you know what you want to prioritize, and you of course plan and schedule. Anyway, I will not be waiting or try to brag and having like you have to do this, you have I have done a lot, or yes, it's a good tactic.
That's also why I say that why couples are hustling, we should also neglect the fact of raising a child.
Yes.
Because now some people say raising a child will be a burden.
Yes. Anyway, I feel that if I say like as a woman, most of the time now with the economy and us also going to work, we start being in a position where like, okay, me and my career, and then now if I'm going to give birth, maybe I will be late a little bit to where I want to be. And also the fear, you know, like yeah, because we have the image of a traditional way of taking care of the home, like okay, the woman has to do this, has to do that, and then my career also added to it. We have fear, and then most of them, they not even them, us, we have fear like, oh, how am I going to have a child? How am I going to talk? Or how am I going even to thrive at my work? Like work and reach into one career I want to achieve. So it becomes something that is confusing and also battling inside you.
Yeah, that's why I said that this topic is very interesting. Because we are talking about couples who hustle. For the fact that we have reached an agreement that we want to go down this relationship with our common interests and our common goals, I don't think your partner will dispute your idea of achieving your career goal. Instead, he has to incorporate it into the family planning. For both of you have decided that you want to be together, work for this time being in order to raise money and establish a home and raise a child or bring a babies into the world. Now it's a good thing, it's a good thought. Now, incorporating also your career goal, your expectation, your dream goal, maybe you want to aim some good position also at your work a workplace, then you start considering, if I start having baby now, it's going to hinder you. It's no. That's why the traditional way, they said a woman has to stay at home and take care of a baby.
Yes, the only image we have.
Yeah, no, but we shouldn't be afraid of that. Now, in the modern way now, the strategy that will work in the innovative way now is co-parenting. So you have to introduce the system of co-parenting, where both family will sit down and prioritize their schedules.
Yes.
So, like today, she's working, so I have to do co-parenting, take care of the baby. So it's not about a woman's is the one to take care of a baby. No, both parties has to team together to take care of a baby, because both 23 chromosomes join together to bring the baby into the world.
Yes, that's true. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Because normally most of time when we meet each other as a couple, or you want to get married, most of the time you find out that we are not even planning, or we are not even having the common goal. What do we want to achieve? We just think, oh, okay, we love each other, and then that's all. We are going to meet, that's
and that's why when people venture into it because of out of love, and then they call it the unexpected, start unfolding, because there are things that will start pumping up while you go into the marriage.
Anyway, that's why I think some people call marriage as an institution, because that institution has to have a goal, the main goal. And what is the goal?
The goal of every marriage is different. It's different from every. It's unique. Every family might prioritize their goal. Some family might decide they don't want to have a kid for 5 years. It's their goal. While some might decide that I want to, immediately I go into the marriage, next year I need to have a baby at home. So it's their own goal. So you can't change that. So why some will feel like, oh, we need to have 1 kid, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, even 20, depending on
how they want.
So that's why I say that it's an institution. And each institution wants you to graduate, to give you an award, because it's an honor, it's a knowledge. So marriage is also an institution.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now my question is also not just on the aspect of raising a child. We'll also be talking the aspect of the innovation things that happens where you felt that your husband is now taking the time you need to invest at home.
Like those people who are like workaholic. They call it workaholic.
Yes.
Working all the time. I don't have time.
Yeah, I don't have time. Yeah.
Anyway, it has been really seen that most of the time you find someone telling you like you are calling, try to ask how are you, or to have just that talk, and then say like no, I'm busy, I'm working. So it's like even at this time, you know, sometimes a person is at work, and you know normally like okay, it is from 8 till maybe 5 or 6, and then you find themselves like I'm still working. So like, don't you even have small time for me or something like that, as if you are begging. So these things I always wonder, like, can't we, as you said, like schedule, plan, or maybe even have that quality time? Because even if we want to achieve our career goal, but also we want to nourish our relationship, like as a couple.
That's why I mentioned that it goes in diverse ways. Because while answering what you ask, we also have to also relate it to the aspect of where there is also stress, emotional burnout, or stress out of because you overwork yourself. Now the person now comes back home, your couple comes back home and start complaining that I'm tired, don't touch me. So what will you feel? So that's why we say that there must always, because there is a lot of discussion that has to do. In traditional way, someone will say, okay, let's go for a date night. Like, so the person has to chill. But in this modern time, there's a way of surprising someone. So even there are some meals that you can serve your partner to also make him stress-free. That's why there is some apps that you need to go, or some website that you need to browse to see a better way of taking care of the stress factors.
But do you mean that also your partner has to have the same app, like to check for you, or is at least the partner who has to tell you, so that
no, it's just
with
matter
the
of your partner
communication.
being more enlightened too,
Okay,
because
okay.
it's an effective communication. It's a commitment. The moment both couples unite together, they are committed to build a common goal.
Yes.
So therefore, it's your responsibility to make sure that you undergo you even know the stress factor that comes from the work your partner is doing. Then find a better way of communicating to talk over that to reduce the stress. That's why I mentioned about you can introduce your partner instead of complain about dating night, like the traditional way of let's go out, you don't have my time. You can even suggest the person about some apps that can help to reduce the stress.
Or even like instead of dating out, you can sit dating inside your house,
Of course,
like ordering some stuff and then
eat at home.
Eat at home.
Yeah, they say sharing is caring.
Yeah, introducing new things anyway, like
adventures.
Yes.
People, because sometimes surprise, you do some surprise adventures. She's back home, she's tired. You surprise her. Oh, this time around, no cooking at home. I ordered this from. I ordered some special meal for you. That's a surprise for her. She will feel like, wow, this time I'm tired, so he thought of me.
Yes.
So that's why I say that it keep nourishing your relationship, because it does not stop there. You need to consider stress that comes from the work and also find a better way of balancing it also.
That's a good thing. You guys, what do you think? Please use the comment section to tell us what are your ideas. How would we nourish our own couple relationship when all of us we are working? Which strategy can we use? Please share in the comment section. And then of course, if you are new here and you have not seen us, we are Nourishing House, and if you want, you can always click that subscribe button and notification bell to always get our new content, next video. Okay.
Now I want to also add something. Thank you for all guys. Now my question also boils down in the aspect of when people decide that I cannot do this because she works too much or him works too much without creating my own time. What comes into the factor?
What do you mean? What comes into the factor? Like,
you see, when some couples get tired that this is not what I bargained. That he really work too much. That he doesn't even have my time. Shifting from their goal to.
No, for me, I feel as you said, most of the time is without communication, and also is that those people really never communicated about the common goal, because you might see the person working too hard. Maybe they are working on that goal. For example, if you are as a couple, right, and then one is feeling, okay, I have to achieve this, I have to achieve this, and the other one, I have to achieve that, they have to achieve this, but it's like there are two goals, and each person wants to prioritize that goal first. So there is no common way of going into things. Like, as we say in mathematics, two parallel lines. So each one here and each one there, there's no way of meeting. So that's why I say, like, this one is selfish. It's not looking at me. It's working too much. Why is this important? But you cannot feel it because him is or her is already concentrated on their own. So that's where they need to be like, one thing, okay, let's decide. We have these goals and this and this. Let's prioritize. Which one comes first? Okay, which one do we have to put all our energy first? And then even if you see that person working, say like, it is on our goal, it is our own good. So you will not feel bad. But whenever you don't know like what's going on.
Thank you. Now this brought also down to my question about maybe they felt tired and they want to separate. In the aspect that you see someone who will say that there is no money management. Let's use the quote money management here. I hustle. I'm the one who works more. Therefore, my money is my money. So I work more than him or he works more than me. Now, traditional way, that's why a man will prefer a woman to stay at home, so he will be the one to provide. So you will see indirect respect and control over this family.
Yes.
Now both couples are now out there working. She's making her own money and she still believes in her ideal sense that this is our goal. My money belongs to me, but the man's money should be
for the
family and for the goal of the family.
Yes.
So you find out that one will feel exhausted, and then you start deciding to deviate attention, or I cannot continue this goal furthermore. That's why I ask. Traditionally, I mentioned what has been going on. Then, in the innovative way, my thinking that they should do what we call a joint account. That might be a solution.
That's a very good solution, because normally now, like, both of you are working here and there. So instead of feeling like, this is my money, and then maybe consuming someone else, and you are exhausting someone else's efforts. So it's better to have joint accounts. Say like, okay, what we have in a house, what we want to do, this and that, all this goal we spend like this. You can use that joint account, like joint money, and then if you get some extra, then you can give yourself. For example, I saw in one video on social media, a woman was saying like, my husband was very angry that I bought a boot like for $2,000. So like, what? You really bought $2,000 for a boot? But of course, if you have joint account, you know what is in a house is good, but your extra money, you can do whatever you want with it.
Of course, yeah.
So no one is going to claim, say like, this is not good, this is no, because as ever you have planned and say like, okay, this is what we want to take care in the house, and the money is then for joint account, then no one is going to complain. But imagine if you are, of course, buy $2,000 for boots, and then you still go to ask for husband, we need the bag of rice.
That's where it comes in. That's why I asked that question, even in the aspect of they are even co-managing the budget of the family. And you see someone who knew that this is the goal and the budget they want to prioritize about what they want to spend, and one of the couple decide to spend more below more than what they have budgeted. So
yeah,
it's also something else.
Very. Yeah, guys, as you understand, you can also tell us what you think about the joint account as a couple. Do you think it's a good idea, or if you have any other idea, you can always tell us, like, so that even as we can nourish ourselves by knowing new tips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also I want to know something about, some couples may say like, to use these tips to nourish the love, and for example, if we are busy, there's no time, now we are only focused on goals, but do you still think that also nourishing the love so that it can continue burning in you, that is very important or not?
Yeah. Because
sometimes they say like, when you live longer with someone, love fades. So what can you say about it?
Anyway, I will start by saying that love doesn't fade, because love is a sacrifice. That's to my own definition, because you have seen this person's strength and weakness and decide to be with the person, to support the person. That's when you are now say that you are totally in love with that person. So if you are quoting of the aspect of that you are in love with this person, you go extra miles of doing things to achieve. Traditionally, you will see a guy writing a handwritten message, text message, check up on you, babe, how are you doing? That's aspect of speaking of love.
Yes.
Now, and both of you are in the hustling lane. Everybody wants to make money to survive and provide for the family. Now the person, you see, expect the person to keep checking up on you, texting you message. That's traditional way of dealing with love affair. But there are also modern way of doing that, like I mentioned about the surprise adventures. In your busy moment, you can also take her off and say, this time we are going to another country. things that she never expected. She will start thinking, despite I'm not seeing this checking message all the time, it's a thought of me to take me to a different atmosphere I've not seen before.
Yes.
There are better ways of nourishing love.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things.
Yeah, because
you can do cycling together.
Yeah, because there are some people who say like, yeah, we understand each other and we know like what we do, so there's no time, there's no need. Then you live like robots.
Yeah, that's when you say it's
no
fading.
Longer, yes.
It comes in. It's not that it's fading, just that people who have allowed the making of money to overtake the family budget or the goal of the relationship. Because if you are in line, that's why I said that even while making money is part of the goal. The love comes first.
Yes.
The day you people decide to be together is the day you start making the plan on how to forge ahead to achieve your goal. So every other thing that is coming inside, maybe, babe, we need to work and make this money to buy 1 or 2 properties at home, is a budget or things that you have added into your love. So stress you're having at work is also part of things to discuss as part of love. Meal over the table is part of things you include as part of discussion. Having a kiss is also a goal you discuss. Not having a kiss is also things you have to discuss. Adopting a baby when you cannot have a baby is part of the goal you have to discuss.
Yes.
So that's why I said effective communication. You will keep talking, you will keep nourishing, and you will keep striving. Because I said, we are not surviving, we are thriving. So, because if you are making the money just because you want to survive, you will end up regretting it.
Yeah.
But if you are making this money because you want to thrive, you will keep hustling this money because you know, together with this money, your life will become more better.
Anyway, it's really good because I think everything is really based on communication, because sometimes if we don't share that so that we can thrive together, you feel more burdensome than any other time. When you are joining together, it's like you enjoy it. Yes.
And again, there is something I also want to say about the traditional way of doing things and with the modern time now. Guys out there, ladies out there, it doesn't matter who earns more.
Yeah.
It's very important.
That one is like, nowadays we are in competition.
And it shouldn't be in competition when you people are living as a couple.
Yes.
Because whoever earns more than each other is for the growth of the family. So that's why I advise, never go into competition with your partner. Whoever that is earning because maybe she has a very good job more than you, accept it. If you as a man lose your job and she's the one providing, accept it. But if you cannot accept it, then reject it and move away. Move on with your life. But I'm advising you, if you want to save your home, don't go into competition with your partner. That's my tips.
And of course, also most of time, say like if a woman earn more, they tend to brag and show that they are providing, or like, you are lazy, you should have been doing this and that. Please, there is a better way of encouraging your man to maybe find another job if they have lost their job, and also like to help them to
even search.
Yes, to search for jobs. Because even them, they can do the same for you. So don't brag. It's also for the growth of the family or your couple as a goal. So don't brag or show that you are having also much money. That's the competition he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it exists, and it's good for the people out there to also know that.
Anyway, I think we are reaching to the end of the session, and it was really very nourishing, of course, and our broadening our mind to think out of our box or our own traditional way of being. There is a lot of innovations, as we said. There are some techniques of, for example, doing strategies, like doing some like surprises at home, and also communicating while eating. Those small moments. For example, nowadays we always be typing on our phones, or maybe being busy. Yeah, I'm still busy with the work, I have to submit maybe tomorrow. All that, with that small time of eating, dining together, like discussing also our job, so that we can understand each other. What is the hustle, what is the problem faced at work? It can always help us to always maintain and nourish our relationship.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for everything, and of course you can always hit the notification bell to get our next video, and then keep up with what's new and what's going on in the world, of course.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.